Afternoon, Danny.
Good afternoon, Brian. How are you doing?
Very good. Excellent away win last week to Hibs. Danny, how's this week's preparations going?
Yeah, they went very well. It was a very pleasing performance and positive result for us last week, where we made a few changes to freshen things up at Hibs, and certainly learned from some of the factors that contributed to us coming out of the previous 3 games with nothing to show for our efforts on that. And I thought we played exceptionally well, especially for the first 50 minutes of the game, where I thought we were different class. It was pleasing to see those changes have such a big impact, and we have a few things up our sleeves for the game on Saturday, and if they have the same level of impact as our wee tweaks last Saturday, then I'll be a very happy man.
Just on the injury update, McLean, Bahoken and Teal.
I've just had an update there with the medical team, and I'm informed that Kenny McLean, who was out running today, which is pleasing, so he's making an absolutely fantastic recovery, and he does recover well, Kenny. Gary Teal, I think, has had another little bit of setback. He's come out in some kind of allergy and a reaction to the medication that he's taken. So he seems to be running, getting the wrong side of the luck at this minute, does Gary. And Stefan is making good recovery.
After the departures, Danny, of Lee Mayer and David Barron, are you looking for any additions?
Yeah, I mean, in the January window it continues to be a busy month for us, and we've extended the loans of Marion and Connor Newton to the end of the season. We've brought Adam Campbell in, we've brought Greg Wild in, and we've got Big Stefan back for home, and there's still a couple of areas that I would like to increase competition for starting places in the team, and I'm working hard to address that in the January window. I know the players that I want, and you're never ever guaranteed, so all I ask is for a little bit more patience on that, and it's important that the right ones that do come available are the ones that we want.
Just looking at the rearranged fixture against Hearts next midweek, does that affect the next few days in any way, Danny?
No, well, once the game is confirmed, it certainly changes your periodisation, your length of training, etc., which is fine, and the players handle that well. They're very fit at this moment in time, and we do have 1 or 2 older experienced players that take a little bit longer to recovery, so we've got to come off them a little bit, but other than that we just go about the business the same, and we've got a very important game against Partick Thistle tomorrow, and then we play Hearts on Wednesday evening, and it's really a massive 2 games, and can set us up into what direction we want to be.
Just turning to the Partick Thistle game, home match, big crowd expected, and a decent challenge for us, Danny.
No doubt about it. I mean, Partick, their best form has certainly come away from home this season, where they've registered, I think, 4 wins and 2 draws. So it seems that you seem to see the best of Thistle on their travels, and we expect them to be at their best again on Saturday. And one of their away wins came at Paisley earlier in the season, where they overturned our 1-goal lead and with 2 later counter-attack goals, and we certainly know what their threats are within their team, and we'll deploy a game plan that nullifies that whilst allowing our strengths to come through. And through the January window they've been busy, they've looked to go, and they've certainly strengthened in the transfer window with their numbers, and Lee Mayer brings a bit more experience to their back 4. Lyle Taylor has certainly got goals in him and leads the line well, and Chris Erskine performed so well for them last season, so he'll give them a boost by returning to the end of the season on loan for Dundee United.
Just to finish up, Danny, a quick word for the fans.
Yeah, I think it's very, very important, and over the course of the month we've been punished for making basic errors in games this month, and I certainly believe that when we do basic things, ordinary things extraordinarily well, and we get back to doing the basics like we did for the majority of the game last week in the Hibernian game, and that's been the foundation for our success this season, and that's the level of performance that we've got to strive for, and I would love nothing more than to give the fans that on a weekly basis, and it's something, it is harder said than done, but every manager out there wants to go out there and strive you know, for those consistent runs of picking up points. And you know, we know how difficult that is, but there is teams that manage to do it. And if other teams can do it, why can't we?
Thanks very much. Good luck, Danny.
Thanks again.